Hey folks! Welcome back to Let's Play Suzuki Bakuhatsu. I'm your host CPC Gamer, and in our last episode, we did a whole bunch of stuff, which culminated in us dismantling a doorknob. It was more fun than that sentence made out. You probably had to have been there. In any case, once you complete the Midnight stage, this cutscene plays, which is the lead-in to the real, no-foolin' last bomb of the game. And I reckon it would make a lot more sense if I could quickly and reliably read Japanese, but... I said that about the Dream emulator, and you see where that attitude got me? Exactly. From the bits that I can read, along with the videos on the screen, I think that this woman is Suzuki's childhood friend, and the real test was with inside her the whole time. Yeah, I see the word watashi, which means I, so somebody is talking about themselves, and that's about all I have. It's usually about now that I start introducing my own plot devices and making stuff up, but I usually reserve that for bad games, and this one's a pretty good one, so maybe let's not do that. Oh man, and even if I could read Japanese, that wouldn't do me any good. That's going by way too quickly. Maybe. I don't know, I can't read it. Trouble is, I can't think of an equivalent scene in English, so I don't know how I'd do. Also, I guess we're in a forest now. I think Suzuki is just an instrument of chaos. That's how she can teleport all over the place. Oh, and I don't like that this intro scene is so jumbly and weird. I prefer looking at it when it's a wireframe model, but I prefer everything to be wireframe models. I think it looks amazing. Alright, so this bit basically just looks pretty. We have to wait for the rings to stop spinning before we move in for the kill. Or the exact opposite of the kill, because we're here to save a life and not end it. Although we are disassembling the arc reactor. Man, I've got no idea what's going on in this stage. I know that if any one of these screws sticks out more than the others for too long, even by a single turn, the bomb detonates, so you have to quickly switch between them all. And you can tell how close you are to losing the stage based on the heart rates. You'll see it start to pick up as I work, but if I'm quick enough, it will go back down again. And I should be okay with that, because I'm actually getting into a rhythm now. Just select, turn, deselect, select, turn, deselect. Oh hey, we're done! Now, excuse me for a second, I have to keep quiet for this bit. Alright, you may have missed it, but Suzuki just told us what to do next. She will say aoi, or akai, blue or red, and in this case it was aoi, which is blue. And just like that, we're done. Now you might have thought that the pulsing and swirling of the device was put there to make it harder to dismantle things, but actually no, because everything is still just done with the click of a button. And with that we're done. Nothing left but to kick back and enjoy the bafflingly long outro sequence. Because look, it's a slideshow of all the cool stuff we saw on our adventures. I think these are only clips from the levels we did on this save file, but I don't know. To be honest, I've been bouncing between 3 save files to make sure that I showed off every single level, so I have no idea. I do know that the music in the background is the 4th rendition of that one song we've heard throughout the game. That get played in the tape stage, the coffee stage, that puzzle box stage. Now it's playing over a collection of PowerPoint transitions. Oh, and I like that one bottom left. Looks like she's sitting on a girder in the sky or something like that. Maybe a recreation of Lunch on a Skyscraper, except with cute Japanese girls. Everything is better recreated with cute Japanese girls, just FYI. Hence my backup channel, Atashi wa CPC Gamer desu. And this outro is... Oh, never mind that then. I thought I had to hit the button to move things along, but apparently not. Oh yeah, it's this music! And I'm gonna ruin it by talking over the top of it, but this is a really good track. I occasionally do live shows just out and about, and I tend to play this music while we're packing up the stuff at the end. Oh, and here's why. Just listen to that drum track. There's just something about thunderous drums that tickles the part of my brain that really enjoys stuff. And is a drummer. And now comes probably the trickiest part of the game, me riffing over credits when I can't particularly read them. Wait, I was in this game? Awesome! Maybe this is going to be easier than I thought. So when I play games in my own time, I do this thing where, like, I leave the credits on and running, but I tend to just put the controller down and get up and walk around. I mean, obviously I can't do that because I'm sitting here doing the commentary, but I mean, look at this! I can make fun of this! Or can I? Oh man, you see those two names in English? Those guys are credited as Indian Man A and Indian Man B. And I don't know if that's racist or not. They were the chefs. I think. I mean, they had those big hats on, so they were chefs or masters of disguise! So this list is the extras, and I honestly had no idea this many people were in the game. Like, I can only think of maybe 3 or 4 people who showed up on camera besides Suzuki. Oh, and these guys are also extras, apparently. They're the extra extras. Read all about it. Yep, that's a joke I just made. Well done, Andy. And what an... Oh, it's not the ending. Brilliant, I get to keep talking. I love it when I do that. Especially now. Like, I just got over a week of being sick, and I couldn't really talk properly, so I need to go into overtime to make up for it. And these are the guys who shot the actual movies, as opposed to the photographers who did the slideshows. Oh, and these are some corporate logos. These go at the very start or the very end of the game, so we're almost done. I mean, I just wish I knew what most of this stuff was. Also, I hope we see Lacoste in here, because she was very clearly wearing a Lacoste jersey in the coffee stage, and I'm pretty sure you need some kind of corporate permission slip to do that. Wait, did they actually go on a trip to Saipan for this game? Also, that's where the budget went. And why this game was made. I know that I'd fund an elaborate game design project if it got me a trip to America on the studio's money. And hey, if I accidentally follow through and deliver a game, then all the better. Oh no, this one's easy. This one's music. The music was done by Fantastic Plastic Machine, who did a fantastic job of it. Another point I didn't make before. The backup percussion to this track is Suzuki deconstructing a bomb. Like, you can hear screws turning and gears grinding in turn to the music. And that credit reads game staff. What on earth were we crediting before now? Like, maybe the first stuff was the camera guys, and this is the guys who would put the actual nuts and bolts together? I don't know. Oh, yeah, there you go. Programming and CG movie. These are the guys who actually put everything together. Which you can all very clearly read, so I don't know why I'm explaining it to you as we go along. Oh, and now we're going to list some Enix staff. Like, not the Enix staff who worked on the game, literally every member of staff that Enix had at the time of this game's production. You know, we've got to pad the runtime somehow, right? And there is no way this game had this many sales and advertising staff. You just spontaneously appeared on a shelf one day, game, and if you say anything else, you're a liar. And why is that one written in hiragana? That one doesn't make any sense. Welcome to bilingual jokes that only I'm going to get. This is why I get the severals of viewers that I've come to know and love. And the role of Paul Handelman was played by Haruto Watanabe. Seriously, what is that one English name doing in there? Oh, and that's the producer, so that means we're at the end, right? Okay, good. Because if they credited any more people, we'd be on to, like, the catering guys, or the cleaners, or people who just drove past the studio one day. Oh, and that logo's doing that weird thing where it's crawling down the screen. Heck yeah! Optical illusions! Yeah, not a bad completion rank at all. I mean, it doesn't tie you down to actually meaning anything, but I will absolutely take that. Game. You dead, Mon? Ah, okay. That one I did need to hit the go button. Alright. Man, this is a confusing endgame sequence. Now fly, my pretties! Fly! No, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this ending. Like, I thought Suzuki was destroying these things, not releasing them into the world. In any case, that was Suzuki Bakuhatsu. Except for one last thing. After the post-credit sequence, you get a death reel! You're presented with a series of buttons, and every one you press shows what happens if you fail one of the bombs that you completed during your playthrough. Now, it only shows the ones that you completed during your playthrough, so you can't see all of them in one go. But thankfully, I have multiple save files, so I can show off everything in one big montage. And I don't know what that one is. Like, I think it was the coffee? It's something I should have put at the start of this montage if I'd been a smart guy, but... oh well. But isn't this just a perfect way to sign off on a game like this? Like, especially the fact that they hand you all the detonators, and you get to trigger them yourself, that makes it all the more cathartic. Like, the game designers absolutely knew what they were doing. Oh, and I saw that one a lot. That was the pinball table one. But it's fine. It's potentially spectacularly violent, but this follows the rule of cartoon violence. That is, violence is great so long as nobody gets hurt. Oh, and I love that one. Those loonies blowing up the ocean? Brilliant. But yeah, no, Mario doesn't explode into viscera when he dies. He just flashes a bit and reappears over there a ways. And that's what's happening with Suzuki. She's not getting violently blown up. She's like, just getting her beak on backwards like Daffy Duck. Or she's losing her shadow somehow. Which is a shame because I love that stage and what it does. Like, it reminds me of Captain Toad, which has a statue on the title screen that's either a superstar or a fire flower, depending on what angle you look at it. And that's really impressive for what it is. And this is also really impressive for what it is. Look at all these moving parts! Like, that's your early 2000s Enix CG budget at work. And then we finish with this thing. I wish I knew what was going on in that stage. Everything would have made more sense, I reckon. Doesn't matter. I bought this game for like 600 yen, so it's money all well spent. And after our explosive montage, we get the attract mode again to close out the game. So in conclusion, I'm your host, CPC Gamer. Thank you all very much for watching. Join us next time for something else. And until next time, did you notice those bikini shots that weren't actually included in the game? Suzuki Bakuhatsu.